Hey everybody, Grau's back. Sorry it's been so long. I was just trying to maybe agonize a little bit too much over the type of video I should do next. A review or a tiny little acquisition. So instead I figured I would do a tiny little acquisition because I got some pretty neat things this week, or recently. Well, you know, I'm pretty excited about some of them. I'm also going to copy Tad again, or not again, but for the first time by doing the bookkeeping, which I really like that he does that. And, you know, kind of telling you what I've been reading up till now for the start of October, how I'm doing from my October wish list. I think I'm doing excellent, by the way. And then I've got obviously my unpopular opinion at the end, and then at some point I have a trivia question for everybody. So if anybody watches, there'll be that. Before I get any further, thank you again so much to all the people that have subscribed, commented, liked, watched. Huge thank you to Reading This Life, a great booktube channel. I will link her channel below in case you don't already know. But so much thanks for including me in your smaller booktubers to watch video. I really, really, really am grateful, and I was blown away when I watched that and you brought us up. Also, before I forget, the next video will be soon, and it will not have me. This is a family booktube channel, so the next video will be from another member. So that should be fun for anybody that really cares. Now, first, let's get the bookkeeping out of the way. The things that I've read so far this month. Oh, I'm so good with technology. Let me go do this here. I should have done what see. My amazing wife told me you should take a screenshot so that you don't have to mess with it, and I forgot. But I read this, The Tomb of Dracula graphic novel. It had the first 15 issues of The Tomb of Dracula and a few issues of Dracula Lives, which I think came before. I didn't do the homework on that, but it seemed to. I might do a review on this. I'm just going to tell you right now that I finished this, and it was really good. It took me back to when I was younger and getting these books kind of secondhand from the Jelly Bean store, which is our used bookstore. And in these 15 issues, first appearance of Blade, which I'd never seen before, which was really cool. So there's that I finished. Like I said, I can leave a review for that, if maybe. Excuse me. And then there's this. Demons by Daylight by Ramsay Campbell. I am not a fan of this style of writing, these short stories. I don't know, it's just, maybe it's just not for me. I'm not into the way that he writes. I don't know, it's not getting me. I'm about halfway through this book, and I will finish it because I finish almost everything. There's only a few books that I haven't finished, one of which was Twilight Book 4, which was awful. But let's just say that I won't probably be reading any more Ramsay Campbell unless somebody wants to tell me something that is much better than this. If so, let me know. I'm always willing to try, because maybe this just isn't the style. Maybe his longer fiction might work for me if he has any. But that's something that I'm also currently reading for the month of October. And then there was this lovely thing that I told you last video that I was going to start slamming through. I was about 100 pages in at the start of October. Now I am about halfway through. I'm on page 527. Just trying to read it regular, not kill myself while I'm reading it. Just trying to, keep it consistent. But I like the fact that I'm halfway through and it's only the 11th, I think. So, I'm some of these stories are just so good, just so beyond amazing. Some of them are just, not so great. I'm keeping track of my 10 favorite stories out of here. So when I'm all done, I will talk about that. Also, I'd like to point out, in case anybody's curious about, how much I choose to read, I am disabled retired, so I don't have a job other than taking care of the house and homeschooling our daughter, and basically that's I take care of the house and our daughter. And my wife is a lifesaver because she's a registered nurse, so she's a frontline warrior, and she's our hero. And she still finds time to read, but not quite as much. So that's why I can read so much. I basically set down the assignments for the school, and then I sit in the chair and I read unless she needs help. It's a pretty good job. Anyway, before I get to the book haul, I said I wasn't going to call it a book haul. Acquisition. My next video will be a review of this. I will be reviewing The Only Good Indians by Stephen Graham Jones, which I read last month. It's my first Stephen Graham Jones book, and minor spoiler for my review video, it will not be my last. So there's that. Now, a trivia question for you. Who out there, without Googling it, no cheating, can tell me who this is? I'll leave that up there for a quick second until I get a nod from my camera person. We're very good with technology here at the GKBC, as you can tell. We are, hold on, I'm going to hand it across. All we really need is the name. So, tell me who that is without Googling, without cheating. Now, are we ready for the acquisition? Okay, now this first book is one that I had on my Kindle that I showed last video. And I didn't expect it to come in like I didn't expect to get it, but my mom went to Barnes & Noble and saw it, and I'd been talking about it, so she bought me a really sweet little paperback of Psycho by Robert Bloch. So now I don't have to read this on the Kindle, because I'm one of those people that prefer the book in my hand. So I'm pretty happy to have this in hand. Okay. Next of the book haul, we have this antique barn sale out here by us that goes 4 times a year, and the fall portion was last weekend or the weekend before. I think it was last weekend. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before. So yeah, and there were a couple of books there. And I thought they were neat. So the first one is, and this one has no date, so if anybody can tell me how old this is, I would love it. It's called Fur Trappers of the Old West by A.M. Anderson, the American Adventure series from Wheeler Publishing Company. And it's just, it's really old and falling apart. But I like the beavers on the I guess they're called end papers. I didn't know that until recently. And it used to be a library book, which is really cool. But if you can tell me how old this is, that would be awesome, because it does not have a date in it. It just says illustrated by Jack Merriweather, which is kind of neat. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I didn't see it. It says 1946. So that's pretty cool. I guess we're getting close to our time, so I'll hurry this up. I got, this is Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. And this one's really old. This one is from 1938. So that's pretty neat. And that's kind of old with that neat thing there. And then this one's not as old, but it's really cool. It's from 1987. It is the 50th anniversary of The Hobbit. And I'm only going to take it out one time for you to show you, kind of. 50. And this is from 1987. It's got a nice little letter on there from Christopher talking about stuff that he had found from his father. And then finally, Volume 1 of the Daredevil Epic Collection. I'm going to try and get all of these because he's my favorite superhero of all time. So this is kind of cool. This is a graphic novel. Really good, bright color. There he is in his yellow and black. Pretty neat. So, okay, we did all of that. Remember, the next video will be someone else from my book club. Unpopular opinion of the day. Off the hook, I guess. I'm in the minority of people who like liver. I like to eat it. It doesn't matter what kind: chicken, rabbit, turkey, beef. I like liver. Just, I like the taste, and I'm weird. I like the texture. But that's all I got for you today. Thanks anybody that watches, and read more.